I was an old guy, bounding down these very stairs with a full house, almost tripped. I used to run down the stairs for my anniversary show in October. Now I don't saunter, I move slowly. Jill came elegantly dressed and brought this gorgeous, gorgeous piece of jewelry along with her, and it rocked, and you loved it at $450 regular QVC price. Guess what? Now, in your choice, a black spinel, white topaz, garnet, or an almost sold out already amethyst in extra small, small, average, large, or extra large, it's now down $130. It's heavy, it's gorgeous, it's Byzantine, and it's called a one-time only value. That means it's good for the show. The show's only an hour long. It's not today's special value, which is good for 24 hours, sometimes even longer. Not this baby. It's here and now and about to say goodbye, so come on in. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. So we've brought you Byzantine before. Our other just all classic Byzantine bracelets in different gauges were all customer top rated. So how do we top that? Well, we figured out a way to add these kisses of color by creating almost a rondelle station, if you will.
Look at that.
But we didn't just put it across the top. We created it so that every time this bracelet rolls, you see those beautiful gems.
There's no right side, wrong side.
No. So it's more of a squared Byzantine. Look at the density of those solid sterling silver links.
Guys,
the Byzantine is one of the oldest chains in jewelry, and really to execute a Byzantine perfectly, while I know there are machines that make it, the best way is by hand. And so our craftsmen are taking solid links of precious metal sterling silver with tweezers and intertwining this like a puzzle. They are using a hand file to shape it into that square shape. Then they're adding these handmade rondelles that have been, hand set with your choice of gems, and the result is just like we've modernized something that is thousands of years old, right?
Take that
the
off,
Byzantine is thousands of years old,
That's
and
so
leave
cool.
it to Jay.
So
that's the black spinel.
Earlier today, I taught a class for some of the new hosts in jewelry.
Oh, you did?
And I was choosing
Nice.
categories. I said,
Nice.
there's so much symbolism. There's so much history in jewelry. There's
Yes.
art, right? There's so
That's
much,
the
and the
story.
history is huge here.
Yeah.
And so now to modernize it and to bring it to you, and the QVC story is one-time only price. So this is the white topaz, extra small, small, average, large. So again, extra small, 6 and
a quarter.
A quarter.
Yes, and that's the fit. So what we do here, if bulkier chains, delicate chains, if we did it in a length, they fit your wrist differently.
Oh, Jill.
That's why we do a fit.
Bye-bye, amethyst.
Oh, amethyst is gone. Oh, gosh.
Not coming back. So now, I love what you said, that tuxedo, that purist, the black spinel and the white topaz. Love, love, love. And
then
in
the
the
garnet.
early earrings that we had just a little bit ago, #1 most popular was the garnet.
Wow.
So you're in luck here. You have the superstars that are still remaining.
And then
but don't wait on them. If you want to go the extra large, that's 8 1/4. We're good to go with that. I opened this up so that everybody could see again on how there's no right side, wrong side, Jill.
No,
it's great.
No, we have that pave band ring I was just showing, which I think is such a nice compliment for those of you who sort of want to have a kiss of that pave on your hand and then tie it into this bracelet. Let me just also call out, Rick, that when we do Byzantine like this is a shinier piece for Jay. Many of you love our heavily textured oxidized pieces. This has a little oxidation in between the links, but really it is a high polished silver piece. Some people prefer that. If you're somebody who likes oxidation, this may not be the piece for you. But for those of you who love to build your J stack, you've been collecting bracelets from us for going on 12 years. If you don't have a Byzantine in that stack, this is probably the most premier that we offer because it has those kisses of color. My favorite is the black spinel because, again, I'm a silver purist.
Yes.
But I think if you love diamonds, that white topaz is a nice substitute.
I just got to throw something out. It says 5.1mm.
Yeah.
All right, that's the chunky height, width of this piece.
Yes.
When it comes to the gram weight, it's going to vary from 25.5 to 30 grams in a bracelet.
Yeah.
That is a lot of gram weight for a necklace. This is a bracelet.
Yes.
This is a chunky.
Like, what's the standard? Did you teach that in your jewelry class?
I did not get to it, but here's my guest, Jill, to come in and teach that part of the class. Jill, what is the standard for the length of the bracelet and the gram weight?
Well, if you have at least a gram of metal per every inch of your bracelet, that's considered a heavyweight. So on this particular piece, we have 4+ grams of metal per inch on this bracelet.
quadrupling
Think about that.
250
Think about
ordered.
that. And so why is that important, though, while you're wearing it? I think that's, great, it's heavy, but so what, right?
Oh.
The so what is, like, when you're wearing this, it's not going to dent.
Brian, she just broke the table.
Right?
The table broke.
It's
the bracelet's
durable
fine.
jewelry. Again, it's still straight. You can come in as close as you want. I'm not afraid for you to see it.
And by the way, that was exaggerated, but let's move that 5 years from now.
Yes.
10 years from
Day
now.
in,
This is
day
heirloom
out.
jewelry.
Look
This
at
is
this.
keep it jewelry.
Look.
This is not disposable jewelry. This is, I'd rather get a few pieces that you're going to have and love. And by the way, it's been around thousands of years in terms of that design. You think in 10 years the Byzantine's still going to be here?
I think so.
You think black spinel and white topaz
Yes.
and beautiful
Isn't it nice?
January birthstone garnet's still going to be here? This is your opportunity. So from carat weight,
Love it, love it, love it,
like
love
a
it.
carat and a half, to gram weight, the weight of it, to sterling silver, 0.925 sterling silver, and here comes Katya. This is also that just classic chunky. It's got the Goldilocks size. If you want to layer this, you can. But when you feel it, look at that.
It's so good.
That's good.
Right? Think of all the jewelry you and I have seen collectively between the two of us and our careers in jewelry here at QVC. I worked in jewelry back when I was in college. I mean, I love jewelry. When I see this piece, when I see that on Katya, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so fabulous.
I got one.
It's so good.
I knew nothing when I started. That's what I started the class today. But I did learn how a rope was made. I did learn how a herringbone was made. I understand it. I still can't figure out how a Byzantine is made. It's so complex and so mysterious and so beautiful. I used to describe it as mysterious as the Byzantine Empire. Yeah. But it has still got that.
Was that a mysterious empire?
It wasn't a very mysterious empire.
It was.
Come here.
Yeah.
But even though it's complex, Jill, it's also very comfortable.
Yeah.
So this
Well, I mean,
complexity
look at
doesn't
this.
create sharp edges.
No.
It doesn't scratch.
Like when you feel that, right?
Yeah.
When you feel that chain, there's no sharp edges here. Look at the fluidity. Look at the fluidity. 25, 26, 27, 28 grams of silver. Look how this works. If you notice it gets a little kink in it, all you have to do is just give it a little pull and it'll straighten right out, no problem.
By the way, let's do this. Let's give you 5 easy payments of $65. Let you know the price goes away at the end of the hour. And I'd like to, if we could get that graphic up of what the sizing chart is again.
Yeah.
Just because this is a really positive thing, because 99% of the time, it's small, average, large. 6 3/4, 7 1/4, 8 inch. So Jay said, no. You had requests. What about extra small? I have a petite wrist. 6 1/4 is here.
Yes.
Fitting. We give you the extra length for the size. Extra large, 8 1/4, 8 1/4 fit. So it'll be there for you. So really wonderful. But in that sense, there are very few of each of these to go around. Like, for example, let's just go to like the smaller and the larger sizes, and I'll give you some updates. Like the black spinel, for example. Like fewer than 100 in that choice, but last call in the large. Last call. Right, extra large, last call. What about our friend, the garnet? Here we go, that beautiful garnet. 4 dozen between all sizes?
Wow.
Oh, that's gonna go.
Even that garnet ring we had earlier, look how pretty those would be together.
Great. Last call, average.
Love it.
Last call, large. Here comes white topaz.
Beautiful.
A few more of those in.
Beauteous.
250 remaining, but last call, extra large. So this is it. This is last chance. I don't know if this will ever come back. It's also, by the way, customer top rated. You know what that means? It means it was customer top rated when people spent more money. And they love it. And they love the quality. And they love the fit. And they love the compliment. This is the 3 tables bracelet. 3 tables away, you're raising a glass of wine and saying, oh, that's a pretty bracelet she's got on. That's gorgeous, right? Not too much. What about from a wearable day in, day out story?
Oh, put it on and forget about it. I mean, this is something that you're going to love wearing. It's a standalone. So if you don't want to layer it with other things, you don't have to. But if you're mixing it in with other pieces, you'll love the way it feels.
Love the clasp.
I have to think most of you do not have jewelry that feels and weighs and has been executed in design the way this particular piece has. Usually when it comes to Byzantine, they're often machine made, and the idea is they hammer out the links flat to give you a bolder look, thinking that you're getting a bolder look for your money. The problem is you get those links home, they were machine made, they're hollow, and so while it might look wider on your wrist, it doesn't feel like anything.
I'll take that to the next level. You're probably only going to have gemstones on one side.
Yes, right?
Because it'll be flat.
If you even have gems. Like, when have you seen
gems.
gems on a Byzantine?
So now you've got gems that go all the way around when it moves. And I did this with the clasp that bears repeating because as it moves, this is a special specialized clasp.
Right, so
Normally you don't see this.
Custom clasp. Not only do we have our signature, twist Sukhothai texture there, but it rotates. What does that matter? Well, it allows the bracelet, one, to roll on your wrist, so it never gets twisted around weird. But whether you're left-handed or right-handed, whether you're someone who sort of needs to get that clasp at just the right angle to put it on yourself, now you can do that. So that's something very unique to Jay, and we're very proud of that.
You know what I would suggest, even though it's a one-time only value, there's still a 30-day return policy on this. So right now you're watching, you're saying, I like that. I don't know, for $324.98, do I want to spend that money? It's $130 off, and that's not even comparing it to Hardy or any of these other fantastic designers that are out there.
Yeah.
This is a steal of a deal, but there's a 30-day return, so you can bring it home. But you know what you want to do? You want to feel this on your wrist. To your point, feel what 30 grams feels like on your wrist. It feels great, and I think you'll appreciate it and appreciate it for years to come.
Well, and I think too, I look at this, I look at the price, like you said, it's that special pricing. You have the 30 days, you have the customer top rating. I know that's something I look for wherever I shop. I want to see, so if I'm going to spend this much money, what do people who also spend this much money have to say about it? So, I think what we've been excited about here at Jay is the response to these pieces that we've been bringing you, and you've all loved this update to that longtime classic of the Byzantine, now with a little kiss of color.
Amethyst sold out. Garnet, last call. 3 dozen remaining. And the price goes away in 20 minutes.
Wow.
So don't trip over the couch on your way to the phone. Get it? By the way, some more live on you right now.